What's going on? What's going on? Peace, peace. Uh I'm on IG Live, I'm on YouTube, and I'm on Facebook. So if I'm going over like this looking crazy, that's why. Um I'm gonna allow a couple people to climb on in as people are climbing on in. I'm gonna be talking a little bit about I titled this When It Rains and It Pours for a reason. It's because everything has a trickle down effect, and the basic premise around that today is that speaking things into existence, right? And there's a few implications on when that happens around. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Uh, Make sure my mic is micing. Let's see. All right. Oh, yep. There we go. Okay. So like I was saying, was it's a couple implications that go into when we say speaking things into existence, and I think this deserves some emphasis. We coming into the last quarter of 2023. And what I'm going to be doing in the last 120 or so days is I'm going to help y'all basically get ready for next year, because there's a lot of things that I've seen this year that I could have helped with, but I kind of got in my own way. So I'm going to help y'all help me, right? Because my purpose is to help you all and anybody who's seeking the information, and then that helps me get my message out, right? And this subject was kind of it I tried to just put it off to probably next week, cuz I'm finishing up a book right now. You guys will see that in the next few days. Just wrapping up the formatting and stuff. The book is already done. And it's a short book. So but and these are the things that I want to talk about as far as having some progress in life, right? And speaking things into existence is a paramount. I mean, when I say it is the biggest thing that we should be paying attention to, it is the biggest thing, because our words are everything. Our words are a part of what it is that we experience in our reality, and the feedback that we get as far as the things that we perceive and the things that we go through on a day-to-day basis. And our words have to match up with the things that we want to see in life, not the things that we go through in life. And we've got it backwards because of just basically how we were raised, and the dynamics around, the dogmas and doctrine around the how we were raised culturally. But it's it's the other way around. So when it comes to, we call it manifesting, right? Or speaking things into existence, or just um programming your reality is really what it is. And we have to codify the things that we want to see. And it's not gonna happen to us. We have to be intentional. And the main way that we are intentional with that is through our words. And I'm gonna bring up some scenarios just off the top of my head that I see a lot. And it's I'm not bashing anybody by any means. Everybody has this type of journey to go on. So I appreciate people doing the work. I appreciate everybody who's doing the work, whatever that may look like. But I see a lot of people saying, I'm gonna get this. I'm I'm gonna I'm gonna be in a home. I'm gonna own my own home next year, or I'm going to I'm manifesting such and such by whatever time frame we have on that. Um, and I want to do this. I am going to do this. And the reason why I'm emphasizing certain words is that there are certain words that basically cut you off from or it expands the distance between what it is where you are now and where it is you want to go. And what these words are is going to, want, and what else is there? Whatever else is there that are pretty much related to those things. Um and saying that and saying words that actually make lack pretty apparent, which is I don't have, or I can't get, or things of that nature, things that are um or yeah, I will. And these things make it obvious to on a cosmic level. And I say cosmic level because cosmic just means in the grand order of things. That's what cosmic means. It's not outer space, right? Cosmic means the grand order of how everything works together. That's what cosmic is. So cosmically, it's cutting you off from the thing that you want to get to. So when you say, I will have this, which is great because you're making you're making progress toward an idea mentally. But when you say I will or I'm going to, that is asserting the distance between where you are now and where you want to be. It's asserting, it's making solid the distance between where you are now and where you want to be. So with that, with the remedy to that is you start with I am. First of all, we're gonna just start right there. We're gonna start with I am. I am. And you say it like that, I am, because it solidifies you in the state of being. It puts you, the word I am puts you in the state of being with that vision. It's like the plug, right? It's, you know how you put the plug in the wall. So I am statement is the plug, and the rest will be the outlet and the wall connecting the outlet, right? So I am is first. So if you plan on owning a home next year, you say, I am in the process of owning my own home, and put your own timestamp on it, whatever that is. Or you say, if you don't, so like the biggest one, when you say I'm broke, right? You don't say you're broke. You say I'm in the process of getting my, my target income of whatever. I'm in the process, or you say I have this much right now and I'm a process of attaining that. You don't even give the light of day to say that you lack. You don't give it any light of day. So when you say when you have a target, first of all, you have to have like some type of idea of how much you want to make, right? And saying that you don't have any money, and when I say that, of course, like when you look at your bank account, you see how much you have on, and that's how much you have. That's okay. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the people that say I'm broke, I ain't got no money, or the people who just say they lack money. And that is a assertion of lack, and that assertiveness in that lack stretches the distance between where you are and where you want to be. So when I say, let's say, for instance, um, I have, $300 in the bank, but I want $300,000 in the bank, which I know most of us would see. It's very nice to have that much of money. It would be nice. So if your target is $300,000, you say, I have $300,000 in the bank. I just need to now find out where it is to fit for my bank account to reflect that, because it's out here somewhere. Money just don't, like, a lot of people don't are not aware that money is basically, I know people, teachers now say it's an energy transfer. Money is only energy. I say it's just value. It's a transfer of value, because everybody is walking around with purpose, right? Everybody has their own purpose. Everybody has that thing that they do well, better than anybody else on the planet. And when you bring that thing forward, I'm pretty sure you know some success stories that when people operate in purpose, that purpose is able to sustain them. That's a transfer of value. So when people know their value and they leverage that value, that purpose that they have on their life, that your purpose is your fingerprint of life on this planet. When you leverage that, then everything starts to come in alignment as far as you having money and whatever else that you want. It's that's just universal law. So going back to the transfer of value. So um saying that I am abundantly supplied with whatever your target amount is, I have to just leverage my value so that it can attract itself into my bank account or into where my wallet, whatever. So it's choice words. So when you say another one is a lot of people say I don't have a job or I'm unemployed or something like that. I've heard a lot of people get better with that. They say I'm in between jobs, but I challenge you to get intentional about the job that you want. So I'm in the process of attracting everything that it takes to get whatever job title that may be. I know it seems like a lot, but it gets smoother when you practice. And what I'm saying is not just the only words to use. You can get creative with how you're intentional with those words, but essentially those are the things that um, moves whatever that vision is or whatever that desire is toward you in a way. And it's and it and another thing that I want to say is that time is the distance between 2 points in consciousness. So with that, where you are right now and where you want to be or whatever you desire on the other side of that point, there's time in between it. So we have to first recognize that we cannot get anything quickly. Nothing is going to be quick. But the shift in mindset is embracing the process that is required to get there. And so, what that looks like is when you say, I am in the process, that's you acknowledging the process that is required to get that or get there, right? So, mind your words and acknowledge the process, because Those go hand in hand. And the third thing that I wanted to say is do not get discouraged and quit when you don't see the results. Because again, there is a process to go with it. But sometimes because it's in our, like, it's etched in our habits to think a certain way, talk a certain way, live a certain way, look at things a certain way, think about things a certain way. So that takes time to undo. That takes time to unravel, unlearn and relearn. It takes time. So as that takes more time, you embracing the process, you get more confident in what you're doing. And the confidence sends a ripple. And there's a space. There's even I know you probably don't know that, but there's space between time and space, right? There's space between times and space. Small, but there's space. And the confidence that you speak, the Bible say faith is the substance of all things hoped for. And that faith that you speak with is the substance. The substance is a ripple effect. So when you speak with confidence, there's a ripple that comes through. And the best example that I have of that is, you ever been on the water and seen a boat drive through the water, and you see the little ripples in the water, and it comes toward you, or wherever you are, the ripple kind of expands. And that's what happens to the space between space and time. And when you speak with that confidence, there's a tone. You hear that boat, that motor, there's a tone that sends a strong ripple in that water, and it works the same way. So that tone that you speak with sends a ripple in that little space between space and time. The ancients called it the primordial waters for a reason. Look it up. In the primordial waters, and it sends that ripple to let the organized parts of reality know that you're intentional about what you're saying. Because on the flip side, when you feel down about yourself, when you get into deep depressions and you get down about life, you're quick to affirm what you're experiencing. Man, it rains when I pours, hence the title. Man, I can't win for losing. Man, if it ain't one thing, it's another. You're affirming what's happening. And then lo and behold, it continues to happen. That's literally what you have to reverse engineer to work in your favor. Well, it's already working in your favor. It's just not the results that you want. Because, you know, we don't want that the bill that was higher, the next month, and then, just when we found out or just when we thought we had some extra money in the bank, we get another bill, we get a bill raise or something like that, and then we're like, dang, um, you know, I thought I thought everything was going good. Now it's not. Now you're affirming what's going on when you're not supposed to be given any time of day. So reverse engineer that. Reverse engineer what you've already been doing, but be more intentional about it. When you say, all right, this was unfortunate, but you know what? I'm not going to accept this. What in this moment, what in this experience can I learn to point me to pivot me into the right direction on where I want to be? Because and then when I pivot into the direction on where I want to be, then it puts me in the mindset of, okay, I really am in this process to get what I want. Then when we talk about speaking stuff into existence, that becomes easier. And then back to what I was saying, sending that ripple between time and space, and that space between time and space, when we come through and speak with that girth, fervor, and confidence, that's when those ripples happen. And then that's when things start to shift. We'll see it. It'll be subtle. And also, when I said things aren't going to be quick, a lot of the things aren't going to be necessary as noticeable either. So it's easy to get discouraged because you don't notice any big changes. The changes are subtle, but it all builds on itself. It all builds on itself. So the more you re-engineer what you've been saying about the situation you don't want to happen, you don't be saying like, dang, I can't win for losing. Oh, it's a, if it ain't one thing, it's another, or when it rains, it pours. When you when you reverse engineer that and say, all right, what in this situation I have to learn because I got a job to do. I got stuff to do in my life, so I don't need this. And all right, boom. All right, so I know that I had a bad habit here. Let me change that because I want to start this process. So this puts me in the process. So now you can speak with that confidence and say, I'm in the process of, getting owning my first home or buying a house next year. So it gets easier. So once you shift your focus on the things that's not serving your best interest and the things that aren't serving the reality that you do want to live in, everything else gets a little bit easier. And it might not get easier, but it's for sure simple. And you have to just keep it simple. So going through it, so your words matter. So change your words. I am, start with I am. And then that active word that put, so the I am is the plug, going to the picture. The I am is the plug. I need to get some slides and stuff going and stuff. Or I know I got some folks on Instagram live, but I'm right here streaming on Facebook and YouTube. I'm gonna put my YouTube link in my bio too. So once I do have slides and visuals and stuff like that, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But going back to the plug, so the I am is the plug. In the process is the outlet that delivers the electricity to the plug. And then whatever else is your vision is the wall holding all of it up. So I'm going to say that again. I am is the plug in the actionable word. So we're not going to say I will because that's establishing the distance. So the electricity, the light is going to focus on the distance between where you are and where you want to be. So we're going to use you're going to acknowledge the process. So I am in the process or whatever that, or I am working toward or something of that nature. Get creative, but your action word is plugging into the outlet, delivering the electricity, the light to the I am. And the I am is placing you in connection with where you are now and where you want to be. And everything that follows, the vision, establishing what you want it to look like, is the wall that's holding all of that up, because you need a wall, you need that drywall to hold that outlet plate up and to plug you in. So those words, and then paying attention to circumstance and you not allowing yourself to not to get off focus, not allowing yourself to get off focus on what's matter and what matters, and unlearn. That's a part of the process. Unlearn what you know about your words and start being intentional about what those words look and sound like, and then put it all together. And that's all I had, right? And I hope this helped somebody. I hope this helped um offer some perspective on how to proceed with the next I don't even know. I wish I had the specific number of how many days are left in 2023. But I hope this shifts or facilitates a shift in your perspective on how to go forward in the next how many ever 100 days in 2023. I think it's 100, a little less than 120 days. And make sure that in the event, as you are changing your words, your actions are following, because nothing, words without action is void anyway. You can't allow things to happen to you. It happens with you, right? So whatever you're going through right now is happening with you. So we have to be a little bit more intentional. We have to mind our words, and making sure that everything around the thing that we want, the our visions that we want to happen, the things that we want to make work, especially for next year, we're setting them up. We're setting it up for the alley oop. We're plugging it in, because our words matter. We have to be more intentional with that. So if this helped you, um, throw some fire in the chat. DM me. Tell me how this impacted you. Tell me what you still want to learn. Tell me if you have some questions. Make sure. I want this to be interactive. If you have any more questions, if this striked any type of concern for you, if I didn't expand it enough, let me know. I can go I can go deeper in it. I just try to give some palatable information, right? Because me expanding on bigger words, bigger concept, deep concepts, people don't like all that deep stuff all the time, especially when they're going through something, right? Life does happen. I get it. Life does happen. Life happens for sure. But that does not excuse us from being intentional with it, because things can happen in a snap. We just seen Deion Sanders turn a whole football program around in 1 year, regardless of what what type of criticism he got. You know what I'm saying? And he's a prime example as well. Prime example, no pun intended, but he's a prime example of what it means to speak things into existence with confidence. Prime example, because he said he was coming, and he said he was here, and he said he was here to win, and he's doing it. Prime example. And I have some real life examples as well that I'm going to be posting here in a couple of days here. But I wanted to get this out first. Maybe I'll post it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna just post it tomorrow. That when you stand firm in the things that you want with the utmost confidence, once you have it in here, there's no other option for it to respond and come to you. No other option. I literally witnessed it. And I'm not perfect, and I'm sharing this with you to hold myself accountable too. So we have to be more accountable and more intentional with the words that we say. All right, that's my time. I was trying to be under 30 minutes. I'm just under 30 minutes. I got a couple more. I got about 20 more seconds to hit my 30-minute mark. But I hope y'all enjoyed. Um, DM me, send me some comments on how this impacted you, or if you want something else other than this. If this didn't help you, let me know. If it did help you, let me know. If you have any other questions, let me know. All right, peace.